The rider makes his way confidently to the bike, about to take to the track. Good morning to all you MotoGP fans from the Sepang International Circuit. We are live to bring you all the excitement of the Malaysian Grand Prix. Just a few more moments and we'll switch to the starting straight for the Motogp class race. As you can see, we're heading to the starting grid where everyone is ready for the start of the race. The weather is magnificent, a perfect end to this weekend. A medium rear tyre is enough to get you through the race in these temperatures, while a harder front tyre is needed. Celebrate victory in the Malaysian Grand Prix. Riders have completed their warm-up lap and are lined up on the Sepang grid, ready for the off.
The back, that soft front tyre must be crying enough.
Looks like Vinales has just got the slight upper hand in the first sector. He's able to just eat away at 10.42 on the latest Spargo in the first split. Maybe a little bit more confidence, a little bit more straight line braking stability on the factory Aprilia, and then he seems to be able to get it turned better as well in the first couple of corners. But clearly it looks like he does have the upper hand, and then Aleix Spargo really fights back, particularly in the third sector. That's where Aleix seems to be marginally quicker than his teammate. The gap's still sort of stable around that half a second as Miller's KTM slips right, it slips left, and then he manages to drag the apex somehow through turns 10 and 11. Clinging on here for a top 10 is the Aussie.
While the gap is around half a second or more, Maverick Vinales will feel relatively happy with that until Aleix Spargo starts to close it even further. Whether Aleix Spargo is just keeping something up his sleeve, just making sure he's got something to attack with on the final 2 or 3 laps, or whether he's just basically going for all he's worth, and this is the pace of the 2 Aprilias. This is Miguel Oliveira, who's going to be fighting in rearguard action for 4th place. Oliveira now firmly buried in the 142. He's lost another 2/10 last time round to Zarco.
Aleix Spargo then, the gap under half a second. That's the smallest gap we've seen for quite some time in this Catalan Grand Prix, and here he is just closing in, hunting down Vinales. They're going to drop down then into the slowest corner here in Barcelona. First gear around 65-75 kilometers an hour, and you can just see here Aleix Spargo is making big gains here. We're coming towards the 3rd sector where he's been really strong, and we can see on our split times here, you can see on the top left hand corner of your screen, it's down to under 0.3 of a second. This is game on. This is Aleix Spargo, who maybe has just been happy to sit off Maverick Vinales, to not overheat and have front tyre temperature and pressure concerns, and now he's just saved some grip for the vital final stage of this Grand Prix, because he is really now coming on strong late on. Big pressure coming on the shoulders of Vinales.
And we'll find out very shortly whether Aleix Spargo feels he's got the pace to pass Vinales and try and pull clear, because he won't leave it until the last lap or 2 if he feels he's got that kind of advantage. Vinales is certainly giving it all he's got with whatever grip he has at the disposal of those Michelin medium tyres. As they come on to the start-finish straight, there will be 5 laps to go. Vinales will now start being able to pick up a little bit of slipstream from his teammate up ahead of him. The gap is 1/4 of a second. The Aprilias are now down in the 142s. Just how much grip have they got left? Which of the RSGPs will be on top of the podium in 5 laps time? It's a straight shootout between the teammates.
Twitch, wasn't there, coming over the crash down of turn 12 for Vinales? Is he just running into some of the inevitable grip problems which you always have to face and contend with here in Barcelona? They come through the high-speed turn 3. That's where you really are abusing and stressing the right-hand side of your rear tyre. And Aleix Spargo, hand over fist, is just eating up the meters, isn't he, behind Vinales? He might be close to veer to attack down the hill into turn number 5. Don't think he's going to risk it. No, he's got time here. He can be patient. He will feel at this stage of the Grand Prix He's got the better pace, the better grip than Maverick Vinales. He's just got to make sure that he picks the perfect moment to make the pass clean, and then he'll feel that he can break Vinales late on.
Well, the brilliant call, Aleix Espargaro, the captain. He's been so central to the development and the improvement of this team. He will recognise how important a result this is, so he will make sure that this is clean. He won't send a daring move at the inside of Vinales. He won't come from an awful long way back. He'll make sure that it's clean and make sure that it's comfortable, because Aleix Espargaro will be well aware of the kind of history that Aprilia are on the verge of here.
Well, here we go. Then what's going on? Let's Bazarko and Oliveira, isn't it? The battle that's raging for fourth place. Maverick Vinales couldn't get the better of a stunning defensive rearguard yesterday, could he, from Pecco Bagnaia? Well, he needs to take some lessons from Bagnaia in that sprint yesterday. Good race this, cracking scrap going on between Oliveira and Zarco for fourth place. On board then, with Aleix Espargaro. He clicks the Aprilia now into top gear, 355 kilometres an hour. This is where he passed Bagnaia yesterday to win the sprint, and he's on the inside of Maverick Vinales into the first corner. Out to the long lap goes Maverick Vinales. Aleix Espargaro then, he'll see that on his left-hand side. Vinales then comes back onto the circuit. Is that the big key moment of this Catalan Grand Prix? Because for the very first time, on course for the Dream Double, Aleix Espargaro leads.
Nothing wrong from my point of view, and what Aleix Espargaro did there, he was up the inside, and Maverick Vinales just did not want to give the lead up, so tried to hang in there for as long as he could. The problem Vinales has got now is, of course, he wants to try and get back on terms with his teammate Aleix Espargaro, but he did take the shortcut across turns 2 and 3, so of course if he doesn't give up a second, he's going to get a one-lap penalty, but if he gives up a second, he can't win the race anymore.
Crikey, look at that front tyre, the graining on the right-hand side of Maverick Vinales' front tyre. That's why he has not been able to resist this pressure building from his teammate Aleix Espargaro. Yeah, Aleix Espargaro just made it fit, didn't he? There was room, he had the inside line, but as Lewis said...
The race weekend comes to a close with the end of the Motogp race. Let's have a look at the race results, and then we'll see you in a moment for the podium ceremony. We're back from Parc Fermé with the winner, who blessed us with a perfect race today. In addition to the victory, this young man scored some very important points for the world standings. The beast was amazing today, simply fantastic. Bastianini rode superbly and rightly takes to the top step of the podium. Enea really was on it in that one.